The B2B space, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, let me start over again. There's a bit of a delay there with Google Hangouts. It's been a while since I've done this. So what's going on with me? The biggest thing I've been at is putting together a tried and true, foolproof B2B lead gen program that doesn't rely on SEO, doesn't rely on paid traffic. In fact, it doesn't cost anything, and it basically works for anybody that's selling to businesses. And so, sure enough, we have this client of a student of mine named Mr. Moterson, and he is a management consultant, specifically targeting small businesses. So here's the rundown. We did some pay per call with him, successfully picked him up about $2,200 in business. I mean, it was great, but it was getting expensive. Profit margins were maybe 100%. So, and the other thing too is his price points were just too low. I mean, doing business plans, targeting people from Google in the local area, the volume wasn't there, price points weren't there. The fact that he was constantly tethered to the phone, didn't really like it. So we had to. What we did was we canceled that because for some reason his market kind of behaved like a B2C market. So we went straight B2B. And where is the Valhalla of B2B networking? It's not Facebook. It's LinkedIn. I mean, there are business owners on Facebook, but they're there to look at baby pictures and espouse their political views. They're not there to do business, but they are on LinkedIn to do business. So So essentially what we did is we worked with a strategy where, one, we figured out that 80% of his current clients were women. And so we niched him even further as a women's business growth strategist, specifically in Kansas City. And we wrote his profile specifically for that audience and basically ran the typical MabRank LinkedIn client prospecting system for him in a totally different niche. But before we could do that, we're starting from scratch. Brand new profile, which I control, not him. And so we had to build up that audience, right, from scratch. And in the space of a week, let me show you what we've done in the space of a week. We also generated him a qualified sales opportunity, which is better than a lead. And I'll show you the breakdown of that. He sent me over what he thinks is a proposal. And what we're going to do with that proposal is we're going to put a hook on it, right? He's done a really good job at laying out what he's going to do for this lady, but those are all features. And so now we need to target benefits and advantages. And so we're going to work through that process right now. But before that, I'm going to show you the setup that we were doing on LinkedIn, and then we're going to get straight to the meat of the matter. So let me share my screen. There we go. Share. All right, and here we go. So here we are, and right now Steve is now ranking number 2 out of 227 connections, which is pretty good. 227 connections. He's averaging. Let's see. He's averaged. He did 242 profile views last week, 240 the week prior. It's Sunday. He's already got 10 done. Let's see. So we'll just go through here and I'll just connect with this lady real quick. Fact is, guys, nobody reads these connections, so just go ahead and write friend and hit go. Anyway, so as we were going through and building his profile using a tool called Autopilot for LinkedIn, which you specify, whom you're targeting, right? Which is really neat. And then you hit, for example, I'm going to go with let's go with first degree connections. We'll do one of these. Check it out. So normally I would go with second degree, but in another video I explain how to use this. But I'm just going to do first degree, and we're going to auto endorse these guys because they're first degree. Yeah, go ahead. No, don't download, and see how. Yep. So see how it continues to go through these and visits all of them. And so it's only human nature, guys, that people go and see, hey, who's viewed me. So what you do is you write your headline, people are actually going to read it. And in Steve's case, it is Kansas City women's business growth strategist. His result for his clients, he's been doing this for a few years, and he's generated over $15 million in growth. Whether that's savings or revenue. He's got over 30 testimonials and his name. I mean, really that simple. So, and in the course of going out and viewing profiles, interestingly enough, we're not even ready to start marketing yet, in the sense that once we built up an audience of 500, we were going to begin publishing content, and then sending a solicitation message to anybody that read his content. Well, what ended up happening here is Julie's, while she's on vacation, says, "Hey, I would like to touch base with you. When will you be available for conversation?" And she says, "I would like to have a discussion with what you do exactly. We can meet in my office at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. is perfect. See you then." And so Steve goes and finds out that that Ms. Beats here, who is their head of marketing for a bank in Kansas City, is about to, they're quote flattening the organization. And so what's ended up happening here is this prospective client is about to have direct reports for the first time, and she needs a consultant to train her on how to manage these people and still get her work done. So that's the layout of the matter. And so that anyway. So worst case scenario, Steve Pitt, she's already said that she's hiring Steve. Period. End of story. Now the question here is, well, this is actually going to get elevated to the bank president, where Steve has the opportunity to pitch the president on doing a program for all of his executives that are about to pick up direct reports for the first time. So if Steve misses this presentation, that's fine. He still has this one new client. If he wins, great. So that's the difference between $400 a month for the new client, or roughly $5,000 to $10,000 a month to pick up the entire organization. We'll see what happens. So working this out, Steve sent me this with the problem statement and description of all the training he's going to offer, which are features. I'm like, okay, so one, we need to put a so what on this. So we're going to start with KPIs. And I added these. Missed deadlines, management time per direct report, person hours per specific task, and then so leaving it at those three. Here, I'll explain these further. The reason why you want to track missed deadlines is measures your organization's effectiveness. Management time per measures. All right, measures your management efficiency. Right, and then let's go with measures your organization's efficiency. All right, so there we go, and identify tasks requiring more training or refined processes. Okay. Yep. So then there we go. And now, so we got the Ms. B is prepared to assume responsibility for 5 to 15 direct reports. What is her name again? Let's figure this out. It is. Give me a second. It is. Oh, sorry about that. It is Beats. Okay, so not only I knew something was wrong there. Ms. Beats. And let's go, Julie Beats. Dude, gotta get your person's name right. But that's okay. So that's why I'm here. Now, you guys are probably wondering, Lane, you're a marketer. Why are you stepping into the sales arena for your client? And the reason why is the biggest disconnect you'll find that any business will have is the bridge between sales and marketing. You can have the best marketing in the world, but if sales can't convert those leads into qualified sales opportunities and close them in a single continuous manner, that one, you're going to leave a lot of money on the table, and two, you're going to miss a lot of sales. In other words, leave a lot of money on the table. So this is actually part of the service I provide my clients, and you should as well. So Ms. Is prepared to assume responsibility for 5 to 15 direct reports. Ms. Beats is positioned to build a model department within the bank. Okay, to build a model department within the bank. Ms. Beats is continues to deliver the same high standard of marketing planning and execution to provide high quality sales opportunities. To provide, there we go. So bam, that's the end state. Okay, and now we're going to talk about the ROI. All right, one new slide. All right, alternatives. All right, how about this pricing? With pricing. In fact, no, the program. Okay, there we go. Program. All right, and then this is, how many lessons was this? 27. No, this is, all right. This is, all right. So personal coaching and mentoring. So we'll just leave it at this. All right, and so the program, 25 modules of instruction. All right, the 90-day MBA, 90-day MBA, 25 modules of instruction. All right, weekly results review, and coaching. All right, so then weekly result, then the crisis hotline. The crisis hotline. All right, so we're essentially building his product here. Okay, comparable to an executive EMBA. All right, weekly results review and coaching. All right, identify strong points to enhance, and how about this? And weak points to continue training or refine processes. Okay, and then the crisis hotline. All right, call me 24/7 to troubleshoot any problem you have any day of the week as you get on your feet. Or hit the ground running. We'll be positive. Hit the ground running. Okay. The program, the 90-day. We need to add one more thing. Here we go. So the 90-day MBA. Okay, and then let's go with department training SOP established, and trainers and the trainer U is trained. There we go. Established. And the trainer U is trained. Department training SOP, and this is going to be processes, KPIs, processes. There we go. Processes, KPIs, culture. I think, and culture. There we go. Culture and let's go with quantifiable training program established. Okay, there we go. The program. All right, compare to, and then the investment. And we'll put so essentially we're creating a sales letter form. Okay, then we'll do $397 per month for 3 months. 3 months. All right. Okay, and then we'll put. Then we'll go to $197 per month. Thereafter, and then this is going to be $397 per month for 3 months, and this is going to be the 90-day MBA, and then we're going to. Here we go. I got a better idea. We got to give this department training, department SOP, department foundations, department SOP. All right, yeah, that's fine. So then department SOP, weekly results. Weekly results review slash mentorship. We'll just go weekly results review. Deliverables. All right. So 90-day MBA, department SOP, weekly results review, crisis hotline, and then $197 per month thereafter. This is going to be crisis hotline, and let's go with bi-weekly results review, bi-weekly coaching slash mentorship, and program. All right, compare to okay, EMBA is at $18,000 plus. $18,000 plus. Or, you know what? We'll call this ROI, and $18,000 plus for 18 months. Okay. That's going to represent, if she stayed with this for 18 months, that would be 197 times 15. 197 times 15. That's 2955 plus 397 plus 397 plus 397. So total price is $41.46. Okay, this is ROI equals, and then $18,000 divided by 41.46 434%. 434% in cost savings, right? ROI on an efficient, effective, well-run turnkey organization. Okay. Yeah, let's discuss this. Okay. All right. Okay. What is the tangible value to you? All right. So there we go. We'll end this with a discussion of ROI. So framed it with the goodies. Sandwiched in the pain, finished up with more pleasure. So that'll be good. So I'm going to go ahead and save this, and Steve will present this tomorrow. The fact matter is, this could be good. This could be really good. I think, and this is just for this one person. There's potential here for 4 more. So this 4 more, just among the people we know about. The bank president may want Steve to perform a company-wide SOP in terms of processes, KPIs, culture, and quantifiable training program. The training program alone, Steve is prepared to present at 10 grand. So that's big ticket. And this lead, guys, cost us absolutely nothing to deliver. Now, how can you do the same? Let's talk about this. One, first of all, it all starts with writing the profile like a sales letter for the audience that you're targeting. And the thing is, these B2B guys, we're all in B2B. If you are a local client consultant, you're a paid traffic consultant, you're an SEO consultant, you're still selling to business owners. This guy is still selling to business owners. All right, there are companies that all they do is provide stuff to other companies. It's called B2B, right? It's all the same sales process, and all your targets, all your prospects are here on LinkedIn. So it's a question of defining what market segment is making you the most money, and then writing your profile specifically for them. Now, I'm gonna leave you with some free chicken here. Your headline is the most important piece of your profile, right? Who are you, right? To say I'm an SEO consultant. All right, that doesn't do anything for me. Remember, B2B people are either A, they're buying increased profitability, B, they're buying increased cost savings, or C, they are buying more time. They are buying either more money or more time. All right, so what is it that you do? Are you a business growth strategist? Yes, you are, right? So who you are, specifically written for your audience. So if you are a San Diego, if you live in San Diego and you work with plastic surgeons, okay, maybe that's too niche because there's one plastic surgeon you can work with. But then you could write, for example, plastic surgeons business growth strategist. Right, California roofers business growth strategist, New York widget makers business growth strategist, right? And then quantifiably what you have done for your clients, right? And I hate to say this, but you need to. Nobody's going to ask. Very few people are going to ask you to lay out the money you've made for other people. But one, I hope to God you are ethical enough to be truthful here. But the fact of the matter is, I mean, it's really hard for Steve to pinpoint the amount of money he has saved for these companies other than what they've reported to him. So he's had to do some estimations here. But by having those estimations on file, that's proof enough, right? It's kind of like saying, why is the Marine Corps the most formidable fighting force in the history of mankind? Because they say so, and nobody has been able to challenge them, right? So anyway, what I'm getting at is who you are specifically with respect to your niche, what you've done, how many people you've worked with, and your name. It's a real simple formula, and it works like magic. And then the rest of your profile writes itself. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is do this for your, in SEO does not do well for many B2B clients, right? I mean, this is opening up an entire new market for us local client consultants, right? So what I'm trying to say is we now have the capability to do pay per lead for in the B2B niche, right? When previously we were completely restricted to B2C. And the best part is over here in B2B, it doesn't cost us anything other than a subscription to LinkedIn Prime and $15 a month for autopilot for LinkedIn. That's $100 a month. $100 a month in known overhead, right? Known costs in form of overhead. We haven't even finished deploying the strategy, and Steve, my client here, or excuse me, my student's client, already has. He's already got somebody on the hook for roughly $4,000. $4,000. Well, $397 a month for the next 3 months, and then continuity of $197 in perpetuity. It's amazing, right? And we're still in the free trial for autopilot for LinkedIn and for LinkedIn itself. So we haven't spent a dime, and we're already driving business, right? In SEO, to get a site built, $500 minimum. To get it ranked, shoot, $1,500, $2,000, right? To get a proper DAS stack from somebody awesome like DiffyDAS, and then you got to pay for some nuclear fuel, and then on top of that, you need guest posts from somebody like PosiRank, and then you got to reinforce those guest posts. SEO is expensive, and in the B2B space, it doesn't work. The reason why is because in the B2B niche, the buyers, the decision makers, are doing business with vendors that they have a relationship with, right? It's very few of them. I will not speak in absolutes, right? I won't say this never happens, but very few of them go to Google and be like, man, I really need a management consultant. In the B2B space, it's almost entirely referral, right? That's why I am not a fan of ranking your LinkedIn or a website for your city SEO. Sure, that's going to work. That's going to work with bottom feeder clients that don't have a network to ask for referrals. And if they don't have a network to ask for a referral for somebody good, chances are they haven't been in business that long. And if they haven't been in business that long, chances are they don't have a lot of money. And if they don't have a lot of money, you're not going to get paid what you're worth. Do you guys see where I'm going with this, right? So what I'm getting at is as you get your reputation established in your niche. By the way, this exact same process, this is how you run LinkedIn to get clients off of LinkedIn as a local client consultant. It's the exact same process I've ran here for Steve. You should be running for yourself to get clients. And oh, by the way, you can use this exact same process for B2B people like local management consultants. Go to any BNI, and you'll find a business coach, right? They don't call themselves management consultants. They call themselves business coaches for whatever reason. It's silly to me. But what I'm trying to say is there's a huge market out there, right? And you don't even need to be a member of BNI. Just show up, introduce yourself, and at the end of that meeting, go talk to that business coach and say, hey, what if I could drive you a new client this month, and it's not going to cost you a dime, and afterwards maybe we can do some profit sharing. He's going to be like, oh my God, yeah, absolutely, right? And then on top of that, these business coaches, who are their clients? Other businesses. Who do you sell to? Other businesses. Where can you get a referral for your services? Your client that is a business coach whom you're doing lead gen for. So if you want to talk more, guys, about how to set up a system like this, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to go to www.mad-missinglink.com, okay? And where I want you to go Excuse me, as this loads up for whatever reason. Okay, for some reason this is not. Anyway, go to mad-missinglink.com. I'll get that fixed. I wonder what's going on. And what I want you to do is sign up for, go click free strategy session with Lane, right? And or click the link below this call, and go to that page, fill out your particulars, and we'll spend 30 minutes minimum talking about how you can set up a program just like this. One, for yourself to get SEO clients, and two, or local marketing clients, and two, how to use this system in a B2B application for somebody like a business coach that you can then use to, one, generate you money now, and two, create an audience, or I'm sorry, very hot leads to build your own practice in terms of doing local client consulting. So you see the two-fer you get out of running this system for yourself and for a business coach? Exactly. So go to mad-missinglink.com and click free strategy session with Lane and schedule your appointment. Thank you, guys.